It's June of 2011, and Peter Lindbergh and colleagues are diving the depths of the Baltic Sea in their hunt for lost treasures. This isn't their first outing, and are doing so as part of what is known as Ocean X Team, a Swedish-based organization started by Lindbergh, who describe themselves as treasure hunters and salvage operators. The group has been treasure hunting around the world for over 2 decades and have uncovered countless lost treasures worth millions of dollars. This outing to the Baltic Sea was supposed to be no different, until it was, leaving us with a decade-long mystery about what lies beneath the ocean's waves. During the team's hunt for lost treasure, they picked up on some sort of anomaly on the ocean floor through sonar scans of the area in which they were working. When the team later surfaced to check their equipment, they were met with something strange, something eerily otherworldly, lying on the ocean floor. This object, dubbed the Baltic Sea Anomaly, is massive, if the lone sonar scan is to be believed. This circular object is some 200 feet in diameter and features a number of structures that seem quite unnatural, including stairs and other large segments that many say resemble a spaceship more than any sort of natural deposit. News of this supposed discovery took off later that year and brought a lot of new attention to Lindbergh. And for his part, Lindbergh played heavily on the fact that this massive object might be, in fact, a spaceship or even part of the lost city of Atlantis. With all the attention on the object, others took it upon themselves to enhance the singular sonar scan and create some pretty amazing renders that would later gain traction over the actual object itself. And the more and more the story spread, the less and less that original grainy sonar scan took center stage. Tabloids were quick to jump on the story in order to sell papers, with wild claims that the object was a UFO that had crashed on Earth some millions of years ago. Still, others even made wilder claims, stating that the object was not only a ship, but part of a fleet of ships that had crashed in the area after some presumed battle in our own solar system. But just how did these claims continue to grow from only a single sonar scan? Well, it seems that Lindbergh and team didn't only have that sonar scan, they also seemingly had geological samples that they brought back with them from that dive in 2011. But even as those samples were being analyzed, people began wanting more and more information from Lindbergh on the object outside of the few sound bites he would stick to in interviews.
And one thing I find very strange is that we'll have this hard surface, but still we have a darker color. If it is a hard surface, it should have this white color all over it. But instead it looks like the bottom, which consists of clay and mud, which is very soft. The only hard surfaces we see is these thin lines, which are the corridors and angular structures we have on the object. So this is something I want to find out, why it looks like this.
Lindbergh himself stated that he could not provide much more information on the object because whenever the team dove to the site, everything electrical would seemingly stop working whenever they got above the object. Cameras would malfunction, hard drives would be wiped clean, and additional scans would come back far too unintelligible to be of any use. And seemingly like magic, as soon as the team would move away from the object, all of those devices would work once again. Still, what about those samples? It seems Lindbergh did hand over the samples retrieved to a geologist by the name of Steve Weiner, who, after running tests, claimed that the object could not be a natural geological formation. You see, in his analysis, Weiner noted that the samples contained, quote, metals which nature could not reproduce itself. Later research undertaken by scientists from Stockholm University came to very different conclusions, though, and noted that the samples contained mostly granite and gneiss, both commonly found in rock formations, and that those supposed metals, while quite small in concentration, could very easily be created naturally here on Earth. In response to this finding, the OceanX team stated that the samples they retrieved came from around the object and not from the object itself. And while most scientists claim that the undersea anomaly is nothing more than an ancient glacial deposit that's made its way to the area during the last ice age, the OceanX team still holds firm to their claims that the object itself is not natural, and cite the electrical interference that kills their equipment whenever they try to do research on it. That said, as recently as 2022, the OceanX team has released new photos of the anomaly that seem to show it up very close and personal without any seeming issue to their equipment. Here we are over a decade later, and it seems we are no closer to truly understanding what the mysterious Baltic Sea object is, and it's unclear if any new samples have been recovered from the object. But OceanX team is still currently soliciting funding through donations and merchandise sales on their website for additional dives to the object. But what do you think of the Baltic Sea anomaly? Is it nothing more than an oddly shaped rock, part of the lost city of Atlantis, or the remnants of a crashed spaceship from a long-forgotten war in space? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to like this video and subscribe as we dive into more mysteries that lie just beneath the surface.